Thursday, April 1st, 1943. Dear Kitty, I'm really not April fooling, see the date, but the opposite. Today I can easily quote the saying, misfortunes never come singly. To begin, Mr. Kupis, the one who always cheers us up, has had hemorrhage of the stomach and has got to stay in bed for at least 3 weeks. Secondly, Eli has flu. Thirdly, Mr. Vossen is going to the hospital next week. He has probably got an abdominal ulcer. And fourthly, some important business conferences, the main points of which Daddy had discussed in detail with Mr. Kupus, were due to be held, but now there isn't time to explain everything thoroughly to Mr. Kraler. The gentleman who had been expecting Dooley arrived. Even before they came, Daddy was trembling with anxiety as to how the talks would go. If only I could be there. If only I was downstairs, he cried. Why don't you go and lie with one ear pressed against the floor? Then you'll be able to hear everything. Daddy's face cleared, and at 10:30 yesterday morning, Margot and Pym, 2 ears are better than one, took up their positions on the floor. The talks were not finished in the morning, but by the afternoon Daddy was not in a fit state to continue to listen to the campaign. He was half paralyzed from remaining in an unusual and uncomfortable position. I took his place at 2:30. As soon as we heard voices in the passage, Margot kept me company. The talk at times was so long-winded and boring that quite suddenly I fell asleep on the cold, hard linoleum floor. Margot did not dare to touch me for fear they might hear us, and talking was out of the question. I slept for a good half hour and then woke up with a shock, having forgotten every word of the important discussions. Luckily, Margot had paid more attention. Yours, Anne. Thursday, April 1st, 1943. That's a sweet sight, her and her sister. They're listening to the linoleum floor to the people discussing in the room below.